Sarah Witt. Before we get started, we have a schedule of what is happening this evening, just to outline the process, because since this is new for all of us. So 8 o'clock tonight, our baskets and our teacher day out are gonna end.
At 8:30 is when our live auction begins. We will have a few items for you guys to bid on that will all be on Zoom. So if you're not already on Zoom, I would head to watch that closer to 8:30. You'll be interacting with Sarah and bidding through the chat, but you'll be able to see us the whole time. At 9 o'clock, our online auction items will close that you guys have been so generously and competitively bidding up. I highly recommend outbidding Sam Dorfler on Senior Andres' package. It's just a little bit of a tip there. And a little bit later, but after we go dark, at 11 o'clock tonight are our teacher outings, care packages, and other staff offerings will close, as well as the Centennial swag. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned because we're going to fill you in. Before we have a little bit more fun, we have a word from our sponsors.
Well, good evening, Pilgrim friends and Pilgrim members and Pilgrim school parents. I am so pleased to be here tonight. When I first came to Pilgrim 7 years ago, they said, the auction party is the best party that you will ever attend. And this year, when it looked like the party was going to be stopped, our indefatigable auction committee, Party for Pilgrim committee, Tara Dickerson, Tara Carmen, Sarah Witt, and countless others who have worked really hard to gather some really great stuff here tonight, said no, auction will happen. It will be a telethon. So we hope you enjoy the telethon tonight. We hope that you bag some great gift. There's some really good stuff here. And we hope that for one of our 3 auction chairs, this telethon event, for those of you who've been watching or have watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, that one of them will emerge as the new Mrs. Maisel. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And we are so thankful for your support. This has been amazing being a part of this. And I have prepared a video for my greeting. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support. Let's go for it in our 100th year of Pilgrim Lutheran School. Pilgrim is resilient and awesome. In 1912, a determined group of immigrants started a church called St. Paul's. In 1917, they changed their name to Pilgrim because they were going to be a church on the move. And in 1920, they built a 3-story school building. In the 1930s, not only did they keep going and keep open, they kept growing and winning lots of trophies. In 1992, they started a hot meals program that feeds the hungry every Saturday. Whoa. Whoops, sorry, slow-mo. In 1999, they started an early childhood center right here in what used to be called the chapel. Then, in later years, in 2013, they started a partnership with the Lutheran Church of El Salvador and helped start a food pantry in the neighborhood. In 2014, they renovated the entrance of the church and school to build this beautiful gathering garden. Then in 2016, they completely renovated the play lot in the back of the school. Then in 2018, they built a hydroponics garden, growing healthy and fresh food for the community. Then, way back in 2019, they were able to replace all 30 windows on the west side of the building with new state-of-the-art environmentally friendly windows. And now, in 2020, there is no they. They are we. And this is our time. Pilgrim is truly resilient and awesome. And by God's grace and the many gifts of this community, I believe we will emerge from this crisis stronger, more present to one another and our mission, definitely more technologically savvy, as we gather, prepare, and send all as leaders to make a difference in the world. This is not an easy time, but this is our time, and God will bring us through. Way to go, Pilgrim School, for 100 years. Way to go, Pilgrim Church, for 113. Let's do this.
Thank you, Pastor, for that video. And I want to acknowledge that we all recognize that these are trying times for us all. And we recognize that. And we thank everyone who has purchased items, everyone who's given items, businesses,
Everyone
staff.
who shot a video that we asked
Yes,
this week.
last minute. We recognize that there have been a lot of asks, and we appreciate it. It doesn't go without recognition. So thank you. Thank you for all being part of this evening. So the baskets are getting ready to close pretty soon, in about 20 minutes. And I thought we could take some time to highlight a few baskets. So first of all, summer's not canceled. I know it seems like it's going to be. I promise it isn't. You cannot go wrong with this amazing sports package. Not only do you have all of these wonderful outdoor items, but you have this amazing duffel bag to carry everything to and from your house to the park and back home in. We have soccer balls, we have frisbees, we have books, we have
Buy some tickets.
Yeah, some
And
baseballs.
We appreciate all the tickets that have been bought. Another one, and I'm not saying everyone is in this boat, but we have all spent a lot of time at home, not brushing our hair, maybe not showering, definitely not going to any salons.
Nope.
So this spa package might be for you, might help you get through this shelter in place.
Mother's Day is tomorrow.
Skincare. Hey, if you win this and you're local, meaning in Chicago, Illinois, I will deliver this spa basket to whoever wins it.
Nice.
To help you not only get through Mother's Day, but the rest of the shelter in place. So that's guaranteed. And I've only had one drink so far tonight. So I promise I'll hold through to that. But as Tara said, the other Tara, we only have about 15 more minutes for those sales of those raffle baskets. We've had plenty of tickets sold. The Harry Potter basket tickets are sold out. The fee-free year is almost sold out, as well as maybe the Ravinia basket might almost be sold out as well. So buy up tickets from those other baskets. You could win an awesome prize. The other thing that is closing in about 17 minutes is the Teachers Day Off voting contest. All of our teachers are up for grabs. You vote for your favorite, vote for as many people, as many times as you want, and help someone get that day off when we finally return to school, in the fall, fingers crossed. But speaking of your favorite teacher, we have a nice little video, some special guests of a current 8th grader and an alum who are weighing in on who some of their favorite teachers are when they were here at Pilgrim. Mm-hmm.
So Connor, what's your favorite thing about Pilgrim?
The teachers.
Really? Which teacher?
Miss Ty.
Really? Why Miss Ty?
I really liked her reading circles.
Riley, what's your favorite thing about Pilgrim?
The teachers as well.
Really? Which teacher?
Miss Cardo.
Really?
Yeah, she was funnier than you.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there another teacher you like, Connor?
Oh, I liked Mr. Urich.
Really?
Yeah, I really liked his science.
What about you?
Miss Robbie, always, she was an excellent math teacher. Really helped me get to the next level.
Is there one more teacher you might like?
No.
No.
Oh yeah, Miss Andrine.
Oh, that's nice. That's sweet of y'all.
She's okay.
Okay.
So many of you may not know who that fabulous teacher is. So that is Mrs. Andrine, our 7th and 8th grade teacher, and her sons, Riley and Connor. And we have one alumni and one 8th grader currently.
And the best part about Pilgrim, or one of the best parts, is that people are willing to help, but also you find as the longer you stick around, the more roles you play. And it's probably a not a very good secret, but Mrs. Andrine was also one time just a school parent. Riley started here at PK 3 and Connor came too, and they've been here ever since. But the most important role that she filled, in my biased opinion, is that she was an auction chair as well. So it's awesome to have all of these people still in the building or still connected to Pilgrim that can offer words of wisdom, that can offer advice, that can offer, a little whisper in your ear of, hey, so-and-so has a really good donation. You should ask them for it. So we thank Mrs. Indri not only for being a great teacher, but also for being a super great helper to us as well. And we hope that Connor and Riley were just being a little bit funny, that
I think so.
Maybe Mrs. Andrea is a little bit higher on that list.
She's one of my favorite teachers.
Oh, very good. 15 minutes till you can buy raffle tickets and vote for that favorite teacher.
And let's talk about some of the raffle baskets that we have to offer, because I
Yes.
feel like people may not know or haven't seen the video recently what we
Yes,
have
there
up
was
to
a
offer.
video, a really long one that I hope you got a chance to see. But if you're anything like me, you have seen many Lego creations through this shelter in place. And what better way to continue tripping over Legos and hurting your feet and having people almost swallow them than to get more. So I recommend that you buy tickets to this Lego raffle basket and get at least 1,000 more pieces of Legos in your home. You will not regret that decision. Tara?
So not talking about Legos, but talking about who is sleeping recently. No one. Who needs more caffeine in their life? Everyone, right? Yes. So we have this wonderful coffee basket. There's a coffee carafe. There's different coffee in here, different tea items for a little bit of caffeine, a little extra boost for all the parents out there. This will get your e-learning or distance learning up on the right start.
And one more basket we'd like to highlight is this awesome Disney basket. It's so full of Disney stuff that I can barely lift it. However, many of you may have rearranged a trip to Disney this spring or maybe even this summer that you don't get to take. And nothing says like a better
Perfect.
second place than a Pilgrim Disney basket.
Perfect.
Jam-packed with books, games, activities.
Osmo.
I even left a bunch of other stuff over on the table because I couldn't carry it all. So buy those tickets.
Mhm.
And while you're at it, maybe make one more vote for your favorite teacher.
We have about 12 minutes left.
12 minutes. Oh my
12
goodness.
minutes.
So speaking of your favorite teacher, and as we mentioned before, people wear many hats here at Pilgrim. When we were thinking about who our special guests could be this evening, these two popped to the top of my list right away because not only have they done many jobs, they know more about Pilgrim than almost anyone I know. And I know for sure that they're willing to talk. So join me as we welcome Mr. and Mrs. Knuth to our show tonight. Hold that thought. They're coming.
Hello, I'm Michael
And I'm Doris
Knuth. I came to Pilgrim 45 years ago to substitute for a sick teacher, and I've stayed ever since.
I started teaching first grade at Pilgrim a few years after Michael started. After taking a few years off to have our 2 children, I returned in the mid-'80s as the preschool teacher. In 2000, I left to be the director of Concordia University's Early Childhood Center until my retirement in 2017.
I started teaching in 4th and 5th grade, and then was called to be the director of music and the 2nd and 3rd grade teacher. Through the years, I taught in every grade and finished my 42 years of teaching in preschool.
Neither of us were born or raised in Chicago, but we knew from the start that Pilgrim had become our home. This has been the most important memory of Pilgrim for us.
And goodbye.
Thanks so much to Mr. and Mrs. Knuth for giving us that little background of how they ended up here. We are very thankful for all that they have done for Pilgrim, both in and out of the classroom. Another reminder, 10 minutes left for those Teacher's Day off and raffle baskets. Our lovely Zoom master, Sarah, is going to give us a little bit of a standings if you're curious about which teachers you should vote for.
Well, thank you, Tara. We have Mrs. Cardo in first place, followed by Mrs. Andreen in second place, and Mrs. Gates in third. So there's still time, guys, to get those votes in, to move things around.
Awesome. And one more basket we want to remind people of is this game night basket, guaranteed to at least give you something to do one of these nights. There are a total of 15 games in this prize pack, not to mention some good snacks and some candy that your kids, let's be honest, won't even know is in here if you hide it in the right cabinet. That would be my advice. But anyway, check out some tickets on this. You have about 10 minutes left.
10 minutes left to finish bidding on these wonderful baskets and the Teacher Day off. So speaking of teachers, we have another testimonial from a wonderful parent
Who can definitely fill the next 10 minutes by talking.
We love you, Michelle. Let's show the video.
So when I did my first tour of Pilgrim, I was talking with Mr. Camella and trying to figure out if this would be the right school for us, for Austin, my first grader. And I just remember this one specific conversation that I've told a lot of people since then, and that is, Mr. Camella said 8th graders do a statement of faith at the end of their year, and some of the 8th graders will say, I learned it all, I don't really believe it, and that's fine with us. And I thought, this is a different way of doing Christian education, and it's something I value as a person who actually does believe the Bible, but didn't want it forced down my children's throat because I want to raise them to be thinking people. And I just thought that was a wonderful way to approach the whole child learning, from spiritual to academic, etc. And I just really valued that perspective from Mr. Camella. So thanks, Mr. Camella. You got me to go to Pilgrim. I found early on that when you decide on an education for your child that really is in alignment with who you are, that you tend to find friends in the parents at the school. And that's something that I have found at Pilgrim. I kind of learned that when Austin was in preschool, and I was surprised by that. Since this is our first child, we're newbies with everything. And I've just really enjoyed the type of person that is at Pilgrim. We're not all carbon copies of each other, that's for sure, but they represent a culture in Chicago that is open-minded, willing to put value in social and spiritual learning. And there's my 4-year-old who will be at Pilgrim in 2 years, hopefully. And but it just represents a really, really good group of down-to-earth people, and that's something that I have enjoyed and valued as I wrestle all my children. He's wearing clothes. That just has a shirt off.
No, I'm not wearing clothes. You know what?
He is. He is.
So for those of you who don't know Michelle, she is a first grade mom. She has a first grader, Austin, who is lovely. And that was Levi, her 4-year-old in the video, who is also very lovely. And we can't wait to have him at Pilgrim. We just want to get a parent's perspective of what Pilgrim means to them. And Michelle is a very energetic spokesperson for Pilgrim, and we're thankful for her take on what Pilgrim means to her.
Well, speaking of the teachers, we mentioned earlier about outbidding Sam Dorfler on Senior Andres's package, but things are a little bit different. I know in the past, all of our teachers have done outings of some sort. Our staff, our pastor, our principal, they've all provided these awesome outings that we've got to bid on or purchase. This year, we wanted the staff to be connected to the students as much as we could. And so we came up with the idea of doing what we called quarantine care packages. Some of these are larger packages that only one family could buy or household. And then other generous staff members gave 5 or 10 or 7 care packages. It might be a little bit confusing on the website. However, if you toggle down on one of the drop-down menus and choose the From Our Staff link, all of them will come up on the screen and you can see which ones you can purchase. Sorry to all of Mrs. Andreen fans, her care package is sold out, but there's plenty others. Packages like Mr. Camillus and Pastor Christian are bid them up. So outbid one of your friends, or, you know, if you don't like them, really stick it to them and do the buy it now. Let me just show you real quick. Our very own social worker, Miss Mesereau, did her cute, she's an overachiever, guys, because she turned her care packages in this week. So we have in hand these cute little packages. They're filled with
amazing
journals, they're filled with activities, supplies to do those activities. A really awesome package that I recommend bidding on. There's still some of these available and still some of our other staff members' items. Those are open, guys, until 11 o'clock tonight. If you cannot stay awake till 11, try to bid it now or just purchase on one of those items like Miss Mesrose. You can buy it right now. If you love the outings, there's a few outings up there, Kicking It in Kinder with Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Cardo, Miss Robbie. Those are all taking place in the fall, but we really wanted to provide an opportunity for the students to connect now with our lovely staff, because if anything, I think that's what we hear from our children the most is they miss their teachers and their friends.
Yep.
And their friends aren't giving them any care packages, let's be honest. So we're going to do it with our staff. And I think one thing that you might agree with me that the teachers do a great job of doing at Pilgrim is, yes, they teach the basics, but they really teach lessons that prepare the kids for life after Pilgrim and for being great humans in society. And one way that message gets carried on is by our alumni living that out in the community and our parents living that out. And that we have another special guest that's going to reiterate that for us. Stephanie Zimmerman is an alumni parent, and she was so kind to join us this evening. So let's hear from Stephanie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Stephanie Zimmerman. I was a Pilgrim parent with children who graduated in 2011 and 2015. And they made some of their best friends at Pilgrim. And I made some of my best friends at Pilgrim too. They learned so many great academic things that served them well in high school and college. But they also learned a lot of fundamental things that they're only now beginning to realize how valuable they are. Things like being a good member of society, being a courageous member of society, all those wonderful things that Pilgrim gives our children. So I just want to say thank you to Pilgrim. Good luck with everything, and I wish you many more years of success.
I love hearing from our alumni and former parents and church members. It just makes my heart full. Thank you, Stephanie. So we have about another 3 minutes before teacher day out and our raffle baskets close. So get those last minute bids in at 8 o'clock. That is it. That is the last chance to purchase those items. We're going to be announcing the winners a little bit later this evening. Also, as a reminder, our live auction will be starting in about 30 minutes. We're excited.
It's going to be an experiment for us all. Believe me.
Just to recap what that live auction bidding link is. Sarah, thank you for posting that, holding that up. So to be able to bid live, you have to join us on Zoom. We realize that we have people joining us on YouTube and Zoom and Facebook and different media, but to be able to actually bid, you have to join Zoom, and Sarah is going to be the one managing those bids and letting us know who's commenting and bidding on what items. So we'll be able to see the comments and see who's bidding on what.
We will welcome all comments.
I don't know about
as long
that.
as you have money.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, one thing we forgot to mention, I can't believe this, us forget something, is our theme parties.
Oh yeah.
And these are not only something I look forward to every year, it was also the best way for myself and my husband to meet other families in the community, talk to each other in grown-up settings. And so what the theme parties do is different people in our community decide we want to host a party. They come up with a theme, usually with an activity, and decide how many people they want to open their home to or their rent a space, what kind of activities we want to do. Check this out as well. This is going to be open until 11 o'clock and maybe beyond if they don't sell out. We already had one party sell out and we're close to a couple others. So check these out.
Nice.
They really do bring people together. I think the people that I became first friends with here at Pilgrim was because of a theme party. And to back that sentiment up, we have another special guest. When I watched this video, I forgot completely about the story that she's about to tell, the two stories, but then it brought back a lot of good memories and probably is one of the reasons why we're friends today. So Camille McLean, who is a current Pilgrim parent, has some stories to share, unfortunately for me.
Hi there, my name is Camille McLean, and my kids both go to Pilgrim in kindergarten and third grade, just like Tara Dickerson's kids, and she asked me to let you guys know a little bit about when I came to Pilgrim. And it was when my oldest daughter, Violet, was in kindergarten at a local Montessori school, and my husband, Wes, and I began to research local schools to make a switch. We went on tours, reached out to other local parents to get their opinions, and at a local MOPS meeting, I met some other moms and we shared our thoughts about schools. And this may come as a surprise, but one of the most vocal moms there was Tara. And she was just going on and on about how great Pilgrim was. And the more I learned about Pilgrim, the more I liked it. We went on a tour, met Principal Camilla, Miss Stone, and Pilgrim moved up to the top of our list. We applied. We were still considering a couple other schools, keeping our options open, when Tara reached out and invited me to the Bad Moms Party a few years ago. I thought it was a pretty funny thing for a school party, and I loved the movie, so I went. And I didn't know anyone when I showed up there that night, but by the end of the night, I was sold. I loved how warm and welcoming every mom was there over the course of the night. There just wasn't the pretense that I'd felt at other school gatherings I'd been to. And the moms are just there hanging out with each other because they actually seem to like each other. No joke, just real honest fun. And since we made the decision to come to Pilgrim, getting to know the other parents has been a major highlight for me. I mean, of course, we love teachers like Miss Stone and Miss Smith who take the time to get to know our kids and educate them with the kindness and compassion that's pretty rare nowadays. But the parents I've met here and the relationships that we built over time are what makes me really glad that we joined the Pilgrim community.
It's funny that Camille talks about her first mom's party.
Which was your first mom's
which
party.
Was my first mom's
come to
party.
think of it.
Yes. Which I got this super awesome mug, the first mom's party. But I feel like that was the way that I really connected and got to meet other parents. And having attended several mom parties and hosting several mom parties, and I want to do a shameless plug on our 90s mom party that I'm hosting, hopefully this summer, that I'm hosting with Shelly and Gina. So hopefully that we'll be able to connect with other moms and hang out and relieve a little bit of stress from the past few months. But really the parties are a way to connect with other Pilgrim parents that in ways that we don't normally get to connect day to day when we're just picking up our children or dropping them off. They are truly kind of a gateway into that community that we all love and appreciate.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. So look, check out those parties and sign up. Another new thing we came up with, because we just thought, you know what, our backs are against the wall for time. We're coming up with a whole new idea. Let's add more to it. That's what we came up with, right?
That's how we roll.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how we roll.
So what we came up with, we wanted to celebrate our centennial still.
Yeah.
100 years of academic excellence with a heart. How could we do that? And we thought, what better way? The only thing we can really do right now is buy things. So we thought, let's buy some swag. And we came up, worked with a lovely designer who came up with t-shirts, bags, bandanas that can double as a mask, keychains. There's a whole lot. And so if you look on the online catalog, there's levels of centennial swag. Now, the best part about those levels is there's 3 different ones. There's also a setting where you can just buy t-shirts for your kids, because coming soon, you're going to hear more days or more news about a Pilgrim Pride Day, where we will all wear our swag, all take pictures, connect. There's more details coming about it, but it could be an awesome experience and a way for us to, again, come together as a community when we can't be as close as we want to be. But check out this swag. It's really lovely. And the best part, listen closely, is we have generous Pilgrim donors that are going to match every dollar spent on that swag up to $10,000. So Pilgrim, if you get together,
Let's do it.
And everybody just purchase a little t-shirt and we get to 10,000, our awesome donors are going to double it, and we are going to raise $20,000 and all look really great. You won't even have to brush your hair. There's no requirement to brush your hair to wear the swag either.
No, it's money doubling itself.
It's amazing. So check it out, please. Once you're done outbidding other people, check that out and show your pride. And someone that I know has a ton of Pilgrim pride and a ton of charisma and is not afraid to talk. Again, we got a lot of talkers here at Pilgrim. Is my friend Allison Hayes. And she was kind enough at the last second to shoot a video for us. So if we could welcome Allison right now, Miss Hayes.
Hi Pilgrim, happy 100th. Allison Hayes here. Tonight's hostesses asked me if I would say a few words about how we came to Pilgrim and our experience at Pilgrim, and I was more than happy to oblige. For those of you that don't know our family, our daughter Caitlin is in the 6th grade here, and we came to Pilgrim in kindergarten. And if you toured for a certain period when Samantha Dorfler and I were being competitive about who could recruit the most families to Pilgrim, then you may have heard this story before, so please bear with me. But I put more effort into finding a kindergarten for our daughter than I did going to college. I promise. It just, in the city, there are so many options, and it seems like you really have an obligation to find the right fit for your kid. Well, I toured, I think, all the schools, right? So I got started well in advance of her going to kindergarten, probably a 1.5 years in advance. And I toured all kinds of different schools, public schools, private schools. I even considered moving to the suburbs. I guess my husband did too. I should say we considered moving to the suburbs, but we really wanted to stay here in the city. And a family friend mentioned Pilgrim, and I came and toured it. And I will tell you, the biggest difference is that a lot of these other schools, when I toured them, the anxiety amongst the prospective parents was palpable. I left the tour feeling like I needed to get a drink and maybe dive headfirst into a bag of potato chips. It was a lot. And for me, it felt like that maybe wasn't going to be a great fit for my 5-year-old for kindergarten, which I was pretty sure she was going to be able to get through, you know, kindergarten. So I toured Pilgrim, and a parent by the name of Kathy Bassler toured me. I still remember it. Her kids have grown and graduated from Pilgrim. But the way she talked about Pilgrim, it was so honest and refreshing. She didn't say that everything was perfect, but what she described was a really warm and loving place. And I left feeling like I had had 2 warm chocolate chip cookies and a glass of milk. And that is really what I was looking for. So at the time, Pilgrim was running really long wait lists for kindergarten. So I applied a year before she was due to go to kindergarten, and a spot didn't open up until May, just before. So we are really lucky to be here at Pilgrim, and I still believe, she's in the 6th grade, I still believe that it is the place for us, particularly during this time, this crazy time of COVID-19. I just think that the way that Pilgrim teachers, Pilgrim leadership, Pilgrim families have responded to this, it has been with adaptability and flexibility and gratitude, and those are really important lessons to learn, not just reading, writing, and arithmetic. Although I do think math is very, very important, Mrs. Robbie. I don't want you to think it's not.
Hi everyone.
All right.
My name is Arlene.
Thank you, Allison. And thank you especially to our PTL for doing all that you do, especially in these challenging times, for supporting the teachers and the staff and helping keep the mission alive. And one of our amazing staff members that some may or may not know is Mrs. Calderon. And Mrs. Calderon is the head of our before care and after care, past and early birds program. She also does some of the camps during the summer, which I realize most of the parents are wishing that there would be camps this summer. I get it. But she is amazing. Like, she is the most heartwarming, warmest, kindest person who will welcome any child into the program.
Here's how great she is. We all know how our kids can be after a full day of school, how pleasant they are. And when you pick up your child, she is still smiling and still thinks they're decent human beings. So the fact that she can weather all the storms that comes in that after school time and still smile and still help them and teach them, and her awesome partner, Miss Sada, who definitely has been a boost to not only the after school and before school program, but to the preschool room. They both have smiles on their faces, and they literally are great actresses that our children, or my children, are decent. So the fact that they can pull that off is impressive.
And every time I pick my children up from pass, neither one of them want to go home with me.
No.
They
showing up
fight,
is devastating.
They complain, they cry.
Yes.
And I've contemplated leaving them
Why
here.
are you here?
Right.
Why are you
here? Right.
They're great, and they give me good snacks. And now you're here
And I'm
ruining
having
it.
fun. Yes.
So I guess it's the same at both of our houses.
Yes.
Is what we're trying to say.
Yes. Mrs. Calderon is great. And let's segue to Mrs. Calderon.
She's coming, we swear. And most of you probably don't know Mrs. Calderon's background. So
I don't want you to think it's not.
Hi everyone, my name is Arlene Calderon. When asked to write something about Pilgrim and what it means to me, the first thoughts that came to my mind and my heart is love, gratefulness, and foundation. Pilgrim has been an instrumental foundation of love, growth, learning, and inspiration, not just for myself, but for my family. My husband Phil and I have 2 boys that started their educational journey at Pilgrim in kindergarten and in preschool. Both graduated from Pilgrim and have now graduated from college and graduate school and are pursuing careers that are built on their interests, strengths, and passions. The foundation that Pilgrim provided my children will last their entire lives. When signing our oldest son Jeffrey up for kindergarten, we were told that there was a long waiting list, and it was not likely that we were going to be able to have him start kindergarten at Pilgrim that year. When dropping off the application, Jeffrey and I said a prayer outside of Pilgrim, praying that an opening would occur for him. We then trusted the rest to God. We did enroll him in another school that fall, but just 2 weeks before the school year actually started, we got a call from Mr. Maring, and he said, there's an opening if we were still interested. Oh, I knew without a doubt God had heard our prayers and answered them. Our journey at Pilgrim had begun. In between, though, the dash of my children's years at Pilgrim, I had volunteered in many areas, but I kept getting this feeling that I was supposed to stay here somehow. And I was asked to help out then at Early Birds and Pass. The beginning of a journey that has been filled with God's perfect timing. A journey that has been profoundly fulfilling. A journey that I am deeply grateful for. It is my great honor to be a part of this wonderful place. Thanks be to God.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Mrs. Calderon for sharing that. A lot of background I didn't even know. One of the things I could relate to, though, was the waiting list. We signed our oldest up and had to weather the storm of a waiting list. And I remember I was really worried because we really wanted to come here. And my mom said, come on, you know this, just volunteer and they can't not accept you. And guess what? Now I'm here in a pandemic, volunteering and convincing my friends to be here too. So what was good advice at the time kind of what made me go down a rabbit hole. But you know, that's a story for maybe a theme party, like the Fall Down Bar Crawl, which is going to have its 3rd annual iteration. It will happen this fall. We have a plan A, B, and C to make this event happen, to handle whatever the world throws at us, whatever regulations are on us, we're going to be able to do it. So don't hesitate to sign up because it will happen in some form, way, shape, or other. Real quick though, because the Teachers Day off votes have closed, the raffle ticket sales have closed.
Done.
You might want to turn your attention to some of the general online auction items that you can bid on. There is some awesome stuff. Some of that we highlighted behind us. This instant coffee bar, I don't know if you can see it. Here we go. This instant coffee bar was put together by some of our awesome 4th grade parents. And what you get from here is local favorite and Dickerson favorite groundswell coffee, Bailey's, Kahlua, Jameson, some snacks. Outbid someone on this if you can. I guarantee it. Oh, and wait, awesome Yeti cup to go with it to house all of your stuff while you're going on your fresh air walks during the pandemic.
And do you need an e-learning incentive? We have several. We don't recommend.
Become the best e-learning teacher possible with some help here.
We don't recommend consuming before noon, or do we?
We're not judging. We're not judging.
Depending on the day. But yes, we have several fine baskets with thank you. That are very heavy.
No panicking over the lost Zoom password when you have this basket.
Or what the IXL password is for the day.
The IXL password.
Or what we're supposed to be doing, because none of us us know what's going on.
But this
day to
helps.
day.
We will still smile with
yeah,
this. And there are 2 more
These are
Booze Helper
amazing.
baskets available online that so many of our Pilgrim dads or dudes donated to. So we want
Shout
to
out to
thank
the dads.
literally 12 different families contributed to these baskets. So that's awesome.
And
we
all the
wanna say thank
details
you.
are on the schoolauction.net.
Yes.
So each individual family who donated, thank you. And every basket has the details on who donated. So we appreciate all the dads' commitment and their donations.
Or the moms that told them they were donating and
just did it.
volunteered them and just did it
did
anyway.
Yeah.
Now,
That's how moms
we are
roll.
about 12 minutes away from our live auction starting, and this seems like the perfect time to have a shameless plug of Pilgrim students in here who look super cute and are super cute to help you want to bid more and commit to Pilgrim.
And what's your name, young man?
I'm George and I'm in preschool.
George and in preschool. And do you guys miss Pilgrim?
Yes, we miss it a lot.
Okay.
I miss it more than you.
Oh,
Well, I've been there more than you, so. Well, I like it.
Okay, so George, can you tell us what your favorite thing is to do when you enter the school?
Give Mr. Emily a high five.
Oh, can you say that into the microphone?
Give Mr. Emily a high five.
Okay. And Lucy, what's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is probably handwriting and math and social studies.
Do you like anything other than recess, George?
The pancake party, I like that more than recess.
Oh, Dad's pancake breakfast. You like that more than recess?
Yeah. That's pancake breakfast.
What about music? You always like to sing.
Yes, I do. I like music.
Okay. And Lucy, can you share one of your favorite memories?
My favorite memory was going to the Pablo school with
Pablo Casals.
Pablo Casals school, which was really fun for me.
Okay, and so now that you guys have to eat lunch at home, is there anything that you miss about hot lunch?
Probably that I don't get to talk, I talk to the same people every day, and now I kind of actually do, and then when I was at school, I would have talked to more, different people. So.
Like your friends. What about anything to eat that you miss there for hot lunch?
Their pizza, which I really miss.
Okay. George, maybe next year you can have hot lunch.
Yeah, I really don't like it.
Well, you don't have hot lunch yet.
Yeah, I haven't even tried it.
But do you like eating lunch in Mrs. Smith's room?
But I just look at everybody. Yeah, I do. But I look at everybody else at lunchtime eating hot lunch, and then it was like this lummy treat thing that's pancakes, and I really want to eat it. It looks so good, so I really want to eat hot lunch. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm really not.
I love those Wilson kids. They're so funny.
And if you didn't catch that, that is Lucy and George Wilson. The Wilson family has been a wonderful addition. They are co-hosts of that Fall Down bar crawl that I mentioned earlier. And they also have a third child that will be a Pilgrim next year. So if you see Katie yelling at her kids, you know why. No, I'm just kidding.
So we have about 10 minutes before the live auction is going to start.
I think 8 minutes.
8, yeah, a little bit less than 10. I'm rounding up, Tara. Thank you.
We know what someone's been doing in e-learning.
I'm estimating. But so just to recap the bidding process. So to be able to bid, you have to go to our Zoom link.
And our Zoom master.
And our Zoom master will let us know who is bidding and the amounts, and we'll kind of go from there. We will raise the bids accordingly. if there are any people who just want to follow us along, just want to watch the process, just check us out on our YouTube channel, the Pilgrim YouTube channel. You only need to join the Zoom link to be able to bid on the live auction items. And also shout out to Sarah, who is managing our Zoom link and letting us know who is bidding on those live auction items, as well as who have bid on the baskets, which in the teacher data off, which we will announce in just a little bit.
Yeah, after the live auction.
Yeah.
So
Lots coming up.
As we get further along in this happens to me every time I've been a part of the Party for Pilgrim process, is I do think about the people that have come before me and who have weathered this journey. And someone who I did not know had done this before is a good Pilgrim friend, a good Pilgrim supporter, and that's Mary Nazaro. And I was so thankful that she not only agreed to jump in and share some of her stories with us, but that she's always,
she's always willing to help out. Yeah.
And speaking of that Bad Moms party that Tara won that mug at and Camille joined us at, Marion was at that too. So she's kind of everywhere, and we appreciate her for that. So Marion, thanks for joining us.
My name is Lauren Cardo. I graduated in 2003. I'm a proud congregation member, and I'm
So we totally messed up. This is our first mess up of the night. So
This is live, folks.
Marion is
This is
joining us
truly
later,
live.
but Lauren Cardo, who is an awesome proud
Alumni.
Pilgrim alum, and someone else who's always a huge supporter, not only was same boat as Marion, agreed to help us at kind of the last second and share a story with her. She is also the daughter of Mrs. Cardo, who was in the
One of our
running to win
fabulous
the Teacher's Day
teachers.
off.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
you should know the Cardo name if you're
Yep.
around Pilgrim, and she's one of them. So
thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren, so much. And let's actually hear what she's got to say.
My name is Lauren Cardo. I graduated in 2003. I'm a proud congregation member, and I'm a very proud Pilgrim alumni. I can't believe it's been 100 years since Pilgrim first planted its roots in our neighborhood at Winchester and Walcott. I want to say that my favorite memory of Pilgrim has to include every block party ever. I've gone from just being an attendant and playing games and in the bike parade and the pet parade when I was little, led by Miss H. And then even as an adult, helping out and organizing a booth and a game for the older kids. I did Minute to Win It one year when Shelly Volkins was in charge of the block party. And that had to be one of the greatest memories that I have of Pilgrim. I really enjoy my time at Pilgrim and being able to grow in a way that I never knew was possible through both the school and the church. I'm a proud alumni of Pilgrim, and happy birthday.
Hello, Pilgrim family. Marion Nazaro here. I first came to Pilgrim about 25 years ago when my son Adam was starting the pre-K program with Mrs. Knuth. Dan and I had just moved into the neighborhood in the early 90s, and our next door neighbors were Richard and Debbie Johnson and their son Ben, who was probably in kindergarten or maybe first grade at that time. When it was time for us to start looking for schools for Adam, I remember talking with Debbie, and she is the one who told us about Pilgrim. That was 25 years ago. In my 25 years with Pilgrim School and later Pilgrim Church, I have had the pleasure of being very active with a lot of the different groups and organizations within the congregation. I served in a lot of different ways. Early on, before I even knew what was what or where things were in the building, I volunteered to serve as chair of the auction committee for 2 or 3 years. I really don't remember if it was 2 or if it was 3. I just remember that time as kind of a blur. And if you've ever done the auction committee chair, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Once we joined the church, I think Adam was in about second grade at that point. I joined an usher team, then I joined a coffee hour team, then I joined a hot meals team with the one and only Mike Suhaida. I also served 4 terms on the Pilgrim Council, and 2 of those terms as the council president. And most recently, I just concluded 2 terms serving on the Pilgrim Church Endowment Committee, which was a really great experience. There's something really special about being able to make donations in the name of Pilgrim in support of community organizations, world relief organizations, and such as that. I am still today serving on a coffee hour team and that same hot meals team with Mike. And every once in a while, you may see me as one of the many communion or worship assistants at services. In my 25 years with Pilgrim, I have to say, I have been nonstop impressed with the truly amazing and talented and overall great people we see day in and day out here at Pilgrim. Pilgrim is really such a special place. It's like a magnet for really great people that I, for one, just always want to be around.
Thanks, Marian, so much for sharing that. And I just have, I can't help but say, back to the point that everybody wears so many hats around here, the longer you stay around. But I remember on one of the first times we visited Pilgrim as a church, Marian was the president, and she greeted us and said hi to us and talked to us. And, you know, so many times when you go to a new setting, whether it's a church or a school or a party even, people don't talk to you because you're new. And Marian was so warm and so kind and so generous, and definitely helped us feel like this is a place where we're going to stay at. And the part that made me laugh the most, other than the part about Mike Suhaida, was the fact that she couldn't remember how many years she ran the auction, because neither can we. We can barely remember. And this time feels like it might be 5 years long.
Yeah.
So, and Sarah's laughing because she agrees. But we thank Marian so much for sharing that, and appreciate her quick turnaround on that. But not only do we have big shoes to fill when we run this fundraiser and try to organize this, but a curveball was thrown at us when we decided, it was right? We both decided to do this.
Yes, we
telethon.
decided.
We decided to do this as a telethon. The biggest shoes we had to fill is the shoes of the MC. So for the last 30 years, Mr. Suhaida has been the MC of the live auction, and amazingly done a great job. He's only forgotten a handful of people's names, and he's only talked about himself a little bit of the time. But he always is entertaining, and he does a great job, and he listens to us when we ask him for things. And so this is what I was most nervous about. So as we are getting closer and closer to that live auction, we finally found Mr. Suhaida some gin, and he was willing to share one of his favorite live auction stories. So Mike?
He's on the list.
Is Mike in here?
Hi. Tara finally called and asked that Debbie and I do a video of our memories at Pilgrim. We couldn't figure out a way for both of us to get on camera, so Debbie's doing the taping and I'm doing the talking. We also figured that we could not fit 40 years in a minute video, so we decided to tell one auction story. We were at the Holiday Inn in Skokie, and we were bidding on the bidding was about a summer home in Michigan. Of course, I'm up front doing the auctioning. Debbie's in the back with her friends. What I had not known is they had agreed, her book group had agreed that they would go in on this item together and bid to get it so they could have a book group weekend at this place in Michigan. So we start the bidding. It's energetic, it's going well. I'm feeding off the crowd, and it's getting up to 600, 650, 700, 800, 900. And I finally said, okay, somebody give me $1,000. And Debbie raised her hand. I said, not you. Well, she got it. And fortunately, what I learned is that she had a little help in paying for it. It was just one of the many great stories about the auctions and about Pilgrim. Take care.
Hi, you guys.
Thank you, Mike. We want to give you a toast and a cheers. We're sorry that you can't join us tonight. We don't know how or if we're going to be able to fill your shoes, but we miss you and we love the stories and we appreciate your energy that you've brought to Pilgrim for the past 30 years. Before we get to the first live auction item, we want to hear from one of our favorite Pilgrim kindergarten teachers, Mrs. Smith. Normally we have these teachers fill these different roles and get to share their stories, and we're excited for Mrs. Smith to share hers. Mrs. Smith.
Hi Pilgrim, I'm Mrs. Smith. I am the kindergarten teacher at Pilgrim. I've been here for 3 years, and what brought me to Pilgrim initially was a Google search. I decided that I wanted to work and be a teacher in a play-based environment because I really believe in the power of play and children learning through play. And so I did a Google search and found out an open position in the pre-K, and I came here 3 years ago as a pre-K teacher. And one of my very first memories of Pilgrim was when Mr. Camella opened the door to let me in to my interview. There was popcorn all over the first floor hallway. And at first I was a little confused, but then he explained that it was principal for a day, and a student had been the principal for a day and had allowed kids to have popcorn and have gum as part of their principal for a day. And I thought, wow, this seems like a really fun environment to be in, and that definitely lived up to my expectations. I really love Pilgrim, and I love all that it is and all that it's come to mean to me.
So, thank you so much, Mrs. Smith. She's another teacher that I appreciate because she has had to teach
Play many
children
roles.
But what stands out real quick is that Google search, and I bet a lot of you at home can feel that same way of that Google search that somehow brought you to Pilgrim.
That's how we came.
What?
Yeah. That's how we came to Pilgrim.
Tell me more.
Yeah. So August was finally potty trained, and last minute, let's be honest, we're all parents. And I'm like, cool, let's get him in school. I'm ready to have one of my 2 children be learning because they're not learning from me. And I did a Google search, and that's how we ended up at Pilgrim.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we did a Google search when we moved to the city, and just said, I Googled actually a Lutheran church with a school. And all of a sudden Pilgrim came to the top of the list.
That's a very interesting search.
I know, it's an interesting search. I was thinking of 2 things. And what's funny about that is Lucas, our oldest, was about 6 months old, and Pilgrim came to the top. So I looked.
You're an overachiever.
Once in a while, once a year. And so I looked and I thought, well, let's go check this out. So dragged the family. We were just a family
All
of
3 of you.
All 3 of us. It was
Do you
so
remember that
hard
time?
to get that
Do you
one
remember that time?
baby that could not move on its own
Yeah.
to church.
Yeah.
And the 3 people I met the first time we went to church here were Shelly Riedel-Volkins, Sam Dorfler, and Miss H. And they were so friendly and so welcoming. They told me more than I planned on finding out that day. Let's be honest. Miss H left me with the
Pilgrim parents.
Kind of panic advice that I felt panicked of. Have you signed up your baby that's in the car carrier for preschool? And my answer was,
no.
I barely figured out how to Google search this place, much less sign up for preschool. And so when she said that, I said, no. She said, well, you probably should. I mean, it's a really popular preschool. So we signed up, got on the waiting list. But the other part that stood out was Shelly and Sam told me a bunch of interesting facts, but they were funny and kind and warm. And I was just thinking, I bet we're going to come back here. I want to come back here. So it took us a while to get back, a few months, and we came back, and then now we're here. So Google searches are amazing.
Yep. So back to Mrs. Smith's point, Google searches can lead you to employment or to school for your children or to many other things.
And one thing that stood out to me about her story was the principal for a day. So if you are a returning family or if you are an alumni family, you know that principal for a day is a hot commodity.
So much
Who
fun.
doesn't want to have their child be in charge of the school for the entire day? And they get to have lunch with Mr. Camilla.
And I think Mrs. Smith talked about how when she walked in, there was popcorn on the floor. Like, you have gum, you have popcorn, like whatever goes. For that entire day, your child gets to choose what they get to do.
Yep. Rules, has lunch with
Crazy.
the principal. It's so amazing. So that
crazy.
leads us to the first ever live auction telethon item. So principal for a day, we are starting the bidding at $100. So if you are willing to bid $100 for your child to be principal for a day when we return to school, tell Sarah via chat right now.
Yes. Via the Zoom link, the tiny URL link.
The chat. Yes.
Yep.
Go to the Zoom, type in the chat, say $100.
We've got
Sarah's gonna let us know.
We got $100.
$100.
Okay.
All right.
Can we see 125, 150? 150 would be amazing. Let's do 150.
All right.
Come on.
Let's do it, people.
This
Come
is
on.
Principal.
200.
200. Let's do 250.
$200. 250. Do I hear 250? 250.
All right. Let's do 300.
300. Could anyone do 300? You know what? I bet if you take one more sip of your special drink that you have,
We'd
you will
easily
be
do
willing to
300.
We got
300. All right, let's do 350. We can do 350.
Come on. We can't, but you can do 350. You'll do 350, I bet.
We can't bid. We can't like do this. All right, 350. All right,
350.
400. Let's do 400.
400 for principal for a day. And think how many rules you'll be allowed to make up since we've been out of school so long.
Much
I bet you'll get a lot
fun.
of leniency because Mr. Camilla is going to be like, I'm going to go get a massage.
I think the teachers are going to be checked out.
He's
They're going to be like,
yeah.
whatever
you
whatever
wanna do,
goes.
right? Not that the teachers are going to be joyful about seeing our students, but we'll welcome a new principal, right? For one day.
Right.
So
what are we at? 400?
We got 400.
We got
400.
400.
All right. 450.
450. Please, 450.
Come on.
And
Principal for a day.
450. Come on, principal for a day. You can make up any rules you want. Anyone.
Let's see. So you could have whatever you want to have for lunch.
Oh, yeah, I bet you
tacos
could
for
even
lunch.
Talk to our
You
lunch
could
lady.
do Crystal.
We got 450. We have 450.
All right,
oh
all right.
my gosh. Yes. Okay.
5.
We got 450.
All right, 500.
You're at 500.
Anyone willing to do 500?
Come on.
Anyone? 500.
Just think of all the amazing fun things you can do.
And
as
I bet you
principal.
could make a rule where it's library day, the day that you're principal for everyone.
That's
the
right.
librarian is right here.
Everyone gets an hour of library.
An hour.
An hour.
That's
An
worth
hour of library
$500.
each
That's
class. Come on.
That is worth $500.
Who doesn't
I
love
think.
library time? Come on.
I love library time.
Yes.
I love losing the library books.
Yes.
Is what I do. So who doesn't want to pay $500 to set the rules, set the lunch plan, and lose the library books with no penalty?
Wait. Yep. All the fees waived.
All the fees waived. So
waived
lose your library
for
book that day
lost
for
library
$500.
books. Yes.
Anyone? Anyone?
So far.
Okay, so
Right.
then 450. I guess
450.
450 will
475.
We got 500.
450 from the Telford.
Oh, well, going once
Four-
for 450.
All right.
Going once. Are we sure? Anyone? 475.
475.
475 going. Come on, 475 going once.
Principal for a day.
Going twice.
This is a huge thing.
475. Okay.
So much fun.
No one? Sold for $450.
Yay! Helpers are gonna have fun.
That is so exciting. My guess is that Ella will be the one making the rules.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Telford
Oh, yeah.
family. That's just my guess.
Can't wait to see.
Next up, our second item. Everybody reset. I know this is
Right,
a
right.
surprise to you.
Resetting.
Is a lovely family in our community has donated their farmhouse, not too far from here, about an hour and a half, for a weekend stay, and that is the Cariffs. And if you don't know them, okay,
You
they
will
have
know them very
two
soon.
children here at Pilgrim. They are awesome. They are involved. They are generous, and to help you, want to bid more, here's a little video from them, and a shameless plug of cute children on TV.
Believe in the power of play and children learning through play. And so I did a Google search and found out an open position in the pre-K. Explained that it was
Hold on real quick.
Come to mean to me.
Tariffs are coming up anytime. There we go.
Hello, I'm Millicent McCupcake, and I'm here to bring you Channel 14 News. And I'm here with my correspondent, Hattie the Fluffy Dog. Hattie, go get me coffee. All right, so today we are going to be interviewing the Cariffs on why they love and some of the reasons why they came to Pilgrim. First, we are going to interview Hank Cariff, my least favorite of the lot. All right, Hank.
Well, I love Pilgrim because with all my classmates, it makes me feel like home. And I like how everybody works together to do everything.
Well, that was quite boring. All right, let's move on. Hello, Jason. Why did you come to Pilgrim? Why did you send your kids?
We wanted to come to Pilgrim because we wanted a co-op type school, and we found that at Pilgrim. We have a lot of community at Pilgrim, and everyone just kind of takes care of each other and cares about everyone, and so we love it there.
All right. Hattie, I said I wanted coffee. Where is my coffee? All right. Next we are going to interview probably my second favorite. I have a very favorite. But here is my second favorite. Why do you like Pilgrim in the presence of the community?
I feel like there's a lot of great things about Pilgrim, but one of my favorite things is that I feel like I have a bunch of new partners that are helping me take care of and look out for my kids. I get text messages, usually good, sometimes not, that let me know what's going on when I'm not there with my eyes on them, which is a wonderful thing as a mom.
All right, and now we are going to interview my favorite of everyone. This is Millie Cariff. Hello, how are you? Well, I'm doing quite great. How are you? I'm doing great. And I'm here to talk about why I like Pilgrim in the sense of my friends and that I came to Pilgrim. I went to this birthday party about 2 days, maybe 2 weeks or something before I came to Pilgrim, and of course I got invited to this birthday party, and they don't know who I am. All they know is that I'm going to be in their class next year, but they invite me anyway because they are nice and they think that I could be included and I could make some friends. Well, that's great. Hattie, I'm still waiting on the coffee. All right, let's wrap up with that. Well, come back to Channel 14 News. Thank you.
Wow, that was some riveting news from Channel 14. I hope that Millie got her coffee that she was so hoping for, because she asked for it not once, but twice.
Hattie seems like a pretty poor assistant, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
Oh, yeah.
sure Millie's
Yeah.
taking applications for the role of assistant, and Hank is not filling it.
No. And thank you, Cruff family, for your generous donation for our auction item.
Ready, everybody.
All right. So we are going to be auctioning off a fabulous vacation home. How nice would it be to get away from your family? You could do a solo trip by yourself in a lovely 2-bed, 2-bath house.
Yes.
In Michigan City, Indiana.
And here's a little known, well-known fact is the house is available right now. They're not Michigan. So
can we go crash it?
We can go. So whoever
do
wins
you
this,
think?
we're coming with you.
Yeah.
Surprise. There is a pull-out couch that we will be sleeping in.
I'll sleep on the floor.
Cooking you breakfast.
If I don't have to deal with my family for a few days, I will sleep on the floor. I'm not picky.
Yeah. I mean, whoever. Spooning, if you need it. Just kidding. So start the bidding. We're going to start the bidding.
We're starting the bidding at $100.
Two nights.
Yes. 2 nights in a 2-bed, 2-bath.
We have $100.
We got 100, 150.
What a great short escape from Chicago. If you need a little getaway, if you need to get out of the city, 200.
We have 200.
We're like that. Come on,
250.
we see 250 easily.
250. We have trails. There's hiking paths.
Yes.
There's ponds you can fish in.
Yes.
There is play
Lots
areas.
of social distancing
Lots
without
of
even
social
trying.
distancing, open
Without
air.
even trying.
Hour and a half drive away.
Easy.
And probably since there's no traffic right now, it's less.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we have 250?
I don't have to fix yet.
250?
No,
Come on.
250. 250.
I think
Oh
we
my
do
goodness.
250. I would
Come
easily
on.
bid 250
We got
on this
250.
outing. All right. All right.
Okay, so 300, you guys. This is a valued package at $600. 600. So let's get up there. So
Fine. Nice little outing.
anyone do
for
300?
all of
Can we do
us.
300? 300. It's 2 nights, a whole weekend. Your whole family can come. There's a grill to grill out. That you can bring your bikes to bike along the paths.
Just beautiful, gorgeous.
We got a 300. Yes. All right. Let's do it.
A nice little getaway away
350.
from the city that we're not used to.
350. Can we keep it going?
Get
Come
back
on.
to nature.
The house has to go more than the principal for a day.
I hear that the beds are comfortable and the kids will love it. It's amazing.
Ah, there you go.
If you weren't able to catch
Comfortable
that,
beds.
So let's go.
Kids are gonna love it.
you know what else?
Adults
they have?
are gonna love it.
You know what else they have? Lots of games and books. You don't even have to bring anything to entertain the kids. So you just go.
Literally bring your clothes and
Don't
that's
even
it.
need underwear. I heard. That's what I've heard.
I would bring underwear
From the Channel 14 News. That's what I
would.
heard.
I would.
So, do we have a 350?
I would bring clothes.
350? Anyone?
Yes.
350.
I think we can do 350.
Let's see who's in here.
350.
We got
Right,
a 350.
right.
Yay! Okay.
Right, can we get a 4?
400.
4. We're making Mike proud right now.
We are so.
We're
I feel
so
like
making Mike
Mr.
proud.
Suhaida is at home right now in his tux.
He's probably
and
cringing.
He could probably walk here, and he's just so embarrassed by what we're doing. But
He might be outside the window right
if
now.
you bid $400, we will give Mike more gin. So let's do this.
Yes.
$400.
$400. We haven't had it yet, but come on.
All right,
Okay,
all right,
come on.
all right.
I mean, you could do some trash talking on the Zoom, Sarah. It would help.
I've been doing it.
So we're doing
And I'm gonna shout out
400
to
and
Ian
gin for Mike, right?
$400 gin for
And
Mike.
gin for Mike. Come
And
on.
getting out of wherever
Chicago.
you're sheltered in place.
Yeah.
This is a safe zone to go there. And
gorgeous,
guys, update,
gorgeous
update.
place.
Like, just from the desk right now, the
All right.
family is on, and they'll say, "We'll throw in an extra night if
What?
people will open their wallets." Come
What?
on, guys? We're talking about 3
3
nights. now.
Okay, no.
nights.
We
If
have-
3 nights.
all right, so here's the deal. We're gonna go up to we got 400. We're gonna go up to 500
Yes.
if you get 3 nights.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to do $500, the Care family literally just jumped in from Channel 14 News, and they will do 3 nights.
If I could bid, I would bid right now.
Right. Well, you keep outbidding me on things on the online auction.
Well,
which is
you,
probably
you,
why
you
you
keep
can't
you
bid.
keep threatening me to not outbid you.
$500 for a 3-night stay, a perfect
Amazing.
getaway. Break up this awesome May.
Come on.
So we have 450.
A little over $100 a night. Come on.
We have a 450. Let's do 500. 500
We
for
can get to
3
500. Come
nights.
on.
500 now.
We got
Yes!
500. All right.
I think we do 550 easily. 550.
I think 550. I know
Right,
that people
Sarah?
want to get out of
3
Dodge.
nights. Yes.
3 nights. Let's
3
do
nights.
550. You can get out of Dodge. You can have a break. They have Wi-Fi, so if you still need to stay in touch with work, you can work from Tryon Farm.
And we are not going to judge if you go by yourself. Moms?
And
out
I
there,
have heard they have a
I
new.
hear Mother's Day is tomorrow.
They also have a new furnace. So if all of what we said doesn't tempt you, the new furnace should.
Did a squirrel fall down their furnace?
There was an animal involved, believe it or not. So let's do this. 550.
550.
Right?
We can totally do 550.
550 for
Yes.
3 nights.
Right.
Pilgrim people, I know the baskets are over. Don't buy any more raffle tickets.
Nope.
Let's do this. 550 for
We can do 550. Come
3
on.
night stay.
We know.
Anyone?
This is an amazing deal.
If you need pictures of it, you don't need pictures actually.
There are pictures online. We put a bunch of pictures online. The Cara family gave us a lot of pictures.
Oh,
so
that's
Nice.
so nice. They're
Nice.
online.
catalog and look up
And you don't need it.
Find
$5.50 is way cheaper than any other getaway you could do right now because half of the homes are closed.
Yeah. It's like $150 a night. Like that's way
For-
less than
It
like
sleeps 5 people, maybe 6.
a 5-star
I'm
hotel.
sad
Yeah.
that my husband isn't online right now.
Right?
Bidding on this.
Right.
Where are you?
Do you want to
husband?
bid? Oh, see.
I'm leaving the
Okay.
bidding to him. I'm doing this with him.
$5.50?
I know.
Anyone?
Just saying.
$5.50?
It's a great deal. $5.50 from Jen Laboda.
Woo! Yes, thank you,
Thank you,
Laboda
Jen.
family.
It is worth it.
Okay, we're gonna
All
try
right.
one more. 600. 600.
Yes.
Outbid the Labodas because they keep outbidding me on online auction stuff. So
It's
if you could-
personal.
if it's now personal.
It's
So if you can
personal.
outbid the Labodas, please do that. 600. 600.
We can get to
Anyone.
6.
This is gonna be amazing.
Uh-huh.
It's a getaway. Get everybody out of the house, fresh air.
Again, like I'm not opposed to going by yourself. Like it still is a steal if you go for 3 days by yourself. The family can figure out what they're doing, right? In theory. I'm saying that this is a
Do you
great
need
mother's yes.
Do you need
yes,
a minute
yes.
to go bid somewhere?
Maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just saying that this is also an
All right.
opportunity
Someone on our
for
chat who's been there is saying, listen, if you go there, your kids are not going to fight, guaranteed.
oh, whoa.
Guaranteed
It's like
no-
magical.
Whoa.
It is
Guaranteed
magic.
no fighting
And I'll take it.
for
I'll take it
3
for-
nights.
I would bid like 2,000 for that.
You need to go. There's a computer.
I
right
might.
there. Do you
I
wanna
might.
go
Where's my
bid?
phone?
We'll
I'm
take
kind
your
of
bid.
thinking about
so
it.
we're at 550, 600, right?
600. We
We need 600, 3 nights, no arguing, wide open
fighting.
spaces, no fighting,
That is
games,
worth-
lovely, amazing stuff for 3 nights. 600. Anyone?
I'm sure it's
Going once.
gorgeous.
Going twice.
Twice.
Someone noted there is a tree house.
There's a tree house.
A tree house?
There's a tree house. That
What?
you-
600.
600.
Yay!
600.
All
All
right,
right.
all right.
So $600 gets you a tree house, comfy beds, no arguing, no fighting, lots of games, trails, biking, and we have 650. Are we going to 650?
I haven't gotten to 650 yet.
Okay, so if
I
you
think-
if
all
you're
right,
willing
all
to bid
right.
650, I can't imagine. Not only is the home well decorated and
I'm
has
sure.
comfy beds,
I'm sure.
okay, someone else is going to clean it,
Burning fire.
right? And
You don't have to clean it?
Wi-Fi for the e-learning. Wi-Fi for the e-learning.
Wait.
And there's a fireplace. There's a fireplace.
I thought that the e-learning isn't happening when the participants are there. That's what I heard. I'm in the know.
That's oh well,
in the know.
fantastic.
All right.
Even better, you guys. So
No
650.
e-learning.
We're going once with 650, but you get all of this thing. Can you imagine no arguing and no fighting?
And no e-learning.
See, no one can imagine it.
No
Is that why you're-
e-learning.
Go to the tree house.
There and the tree house and the trails, and there's fishing, play areas. There's a winery that you could walk to.
What?
Probably get curbside pickup now that it's you
Yeah,
can't go in.
yeah.
However, and breweries, good food, all curbside pickup. Last chance, 650. Going once, going twice.
We're calling it.
Calling it sold.
All right.
$600. Thank you so much. So we're going to move right into the last live auction item, and it's a good one. So I hope everyone is ready to bid. We have a donor that is not associated with Pilgrim, but we're thankful that they were willing to do this. And if you've ever heard of the Chicago Cubs, you
Never
know
heard of them.
that
Sorry.
it can be a fun time to go to those baseball games, especially when they're playing good baseball. And we realize that maybe there's going to be no baseball this year, but next year in 2021, these donors have agreed to donate 4 tickets to a Cubs game on a mutually agreed upon day. So we don't even have a date. They're just willing to give these, and they're not just any old seats. They are Club W seats.
Nice.
And if you don't know, do you know what Club W is?
I had to look it up.
She had to look it up, admittedly. Do you know what Club W
I
is?
I do.
All right, so it's one of these special clubs that was created as we've improved Wrigley, and it is below the third baseline. Okay, so your seats will be along the third baseline. Underneath is a club. It is all you can drink, all you can eat before the game, during the game, and after the game. We're talking Garrett's popcorn. We're talking all the beers on draft. You just go in, you grab, go back to your seat. So essentially, it's about a 7-hour experience.
Nice.
At Wrigley, 4 of you, 4 seats. Okay. We will figure out the date, but it could be this year if we play baseball, or it could be next year. That's how nice our donors are. So that being said, let's get to bidding. We don't have a cute video. Unfortunately, we just have great seats. Here we go.
Right.
Can we start the bidding at $200? $200 for 4 seats.
We have $200.
We have
Nice.
$200.
All right.
Okay. Could we let's go out on a limb here.
Okay.
Can we do 300? 300. That is less than $100 for 7 hours of entertainment.
I've got 250.
250. Can we do it?
I've got 400. I've got
4. We got 400. That's only $100 per person,
which is
for
like
this amazing
nothing. That's crazy.
We have 450. Can we do 500?
We got 500.
We got 500.
Nice.
550.
550.
We got it? Oh my gosh. 600. Can we do 600
We
for
got 6.
We got 650. Anybody? 650?
Let's go Cubs, somebody said.
Let's go, Cubs. I mean, I can't wait to
650. We got 650.
650.
Nice.
650. $700.
700. We have 700.
We have 700.
Amazing.
Okay, let's do
Amazing.
750. Can I do 750 for these amazing seats? I have sat in them personally, and
sure they're awesome.
baseball never looked better because I was eating Garrett's popcorn and I had 2 beers with me. So it looked amazing. So 700? Can we do 700?
We've already got 700.
We got 750. 750. Anyone? I mean, listen, 2 beers at one time.
It's Allison Hayes right now.
750.
Oh.
750.
Right.
Anyone? Come on. We've got 4 tickets. That means you can take yourself and 3 of your friends, or you can invite your family. But you've already spent a lot of time with them. So I would go with yourself and 3 generous
Friends.
willing friends
Pick
who
your
are
friends.
great Cubs
Yes.
fans, or at least know baseball. Maybe they're a Twins fan or a Sox fan. Maybe the Cubs and Sox could join up and give us $750 for these 4 tickets. I know there are lots of baseball fans in the Pilgrim.
Yeah, here's the thing though. You don't have to be a baseball fan to enjoy these seats.
Oh, no.
right? Because they're just so great.
You just
It's
have
so
to love
much fun.
summer. You have
It's
to
such a good
love
experience.
going out. You have to
Right.
love the
Yeah.
experience of it all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
750.
750.
Let's go for
Anyone?
Easily.
Come on.
750.
We can do it.
Come on. 750. Any, like we're
750. We have 750.
yes. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you so much. This is
Yeah,
exciting.
750. Let's go.
How about 8?
Somebody asked, is it all you can eat too?
Yes, all you can eat. There is
Wow.
a buffet that is out before the game. I believe it is 2 hours before first pitch.
Wow.
2 hours or an hour and a half before first pitch. There is a buffet out. You help yourself. You eat all the food, all the dessert, and then during the game, more food. And even
Wow.
after, more food, snacks. You can even go in to the club, grab a bag of chips, and go back to your seat.
Okay.
Grab a bottle of water, go back to your seat. You just
That
keep
is
going.
with it. That is worth every penny that you spend
Yes.
for the whole
Wear stretchy pants because you'll be able to eat so much. So what are we at? 750?
We're at 750.
So can anyone do $800? That would be $800. You will not have to spend a dime beyond that because you will be eating and drinking at Club W. So
Right.
$800.
Oh, somebody said it's all you can drink as well. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
all you can drink.
800. We have 800.
800. Yes. Thank you so
Nice.
much. Okay.
Nice.
850. 850. 850.
850.
Oh,
Wow.
850.
Wow.
So maybe 900. Maybe 900.
I'm feeling the competition. I'm feeling like people
Yes.
bidding against each other. I feel like I can feel it right now.
I'm just thinking that maybe we should have wore more low-cut tops to get invited to these
900.
press.
I have
900.
900.
Yes, 900. Okay.
Nice, nice.
So
Thank you.
950,
Thank
one
you.
more, 950. Can anyone do 950 for these 4 seats? Think about it. The whole day, you will not pay for anything else because you're going to go before.
950. We have 950.
Oh,
What?
yes.
Yes.
All right.
What?
Oh my gosh. Can
I'm
we do
feeling $1,000.
$1,000. If we get $1,000 would be amazing.
Which is
that is
awesome.
less than what the tickets are worth, what they're sold for. These are season ticket holders that have these seats, and $1,000 is still a deal.
Oh,
according to
yeah.
the Cubs.
Oh, yeah.
And according to how much you can eat. So I feel like it's a challenge to all the people that eat a lot. This would be amazing. So $1,000. Anyone, $1,000 sounds really great if we say someone. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Awesome.
Let's see. $1,025. $1,025. Can you just go
I think
right?
it's worth it.
$1,025. All right.
We've got 1,050.
1,050.
What?
Okay. So 1,100. We're gonna go for 1,100, and we're gonna do some Mike so high to guilt. So to prevent him from calling us tonight and critiquing our performance fully, we love for 1,100.
Yes.
1,100
Help
going
us out.
once. 1,100 going twice. 1,100. Okay, sold for 1,050. Thank you so much, you guys.
Good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you so,
That was
so
awesome.
much. So I just want to thank you to the 3 winners tonight. I appreciate that. This was definitely an experiment to do this live auction. Kudos to our Zoom master back here, Sarah Witt, who held down the fort.
Thank you to everyone on our Zoom chat.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for participating, but we are not done. The live auction portion may be done, but there are so many things going on. And we're going to talk about, we mentioned the Centennial swag. We mentioned how great Pilgrim is. And because I know you guys are further along in the night and ready to celebrate, all right, we have special guests, Craig and Lori Steensma, who are going to join us to not only give some good Pilgrim stories, but to help us keep this party going. So I would expect nothing less, and listen to their words of wisdom. Craig and Lori.
Okay. Hi, everyone from Pilgrim. I'm Craig Steensma, and this is Lori Steensma, and we're thrilled to tell you a little bit about what we enjoy and appreciate about Pilgrim Lutheran School. Do you have makeup on?
A little bit. Did you shower?
I did. All right. With that, friends of ours, Brett and Becky Petkus, told us about this local school that had a great community. And we were in a good school at the time for the kids, a public school, but one of the things about school is beyond the books and the teachers and the students and the building, of course, is the community. And we felt like that was really lacking where we were. And we really were anxious to be a part of a community where the parents and the students and the faculty really love this little village that is Pilgrim. Right?
Agreed. So our friends recruited us. We were all in. It was a really good move for us. And then they
left. They went to Texas.
They moved to Texas.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah. So anyway, however, it remains a really good move for us. We've had 3 kids at Pilgrim. Our oldest, Elena, graduated and is a junior in high school now. They're old. And then Ashlyn is in 7th grade and Amelie is in 6th grade. So I will leave you with this. This has been a really good community for us. We so appreciate Pilgrim. And Texas sucks.
Yeah,
And
what's up with that? Like all the yawling and the big heron. I mean, have you seen Becky's hair recently?
Nothing wrong with big hair.
I don't think it's because
Nothing wrong with big
the salons
hair.
are closed.
Anyway, one last shout out. Check out the tea towels. I really love working with all your kids. I enjoy every year working on the class auction projects for Pilgrim, and this year was a little different. We had to do everything virtually, and it was a little more challenging, but I have to say the kids really came through. They did some really great artwork. It's super cute. So even if you don't need a tea towel or you don't dry dishes, maybe you have a loved one that does and you can gift them one. Anyway, I think you should check it out. And with that, congratulations, Pilgrim, on 100 years of academic excellence.
We love you, Pilgrim.
Cheers.
We love you, Pilgrim. Cheers. Hey, Alexa, crank it up to 11.
cheers to the Steensmas. Cheers.
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 Cheers. And thank you for doing that wonderful video. The Steensmas also participate in that fall down bar crawl that I mentioned earlier. But more importantly, Lori does help coordinate all of the student art projects, which each year we have done by class. And this year we obviously came up against some hiccups and some last minute change of plans. And Lori was awesome and said, I will still do this. And I want to commemorate the school centennial. And so if you haven't seen it online, go to our website, go to the auction website, and there are 3 versions of the towel. So if your student participated in the artwork and submitted it, you will find it on one of those towels. If you don't have students at this school, but you love Pilgrim, this is a perfect way to remember the centennial and to celebrate. It's a great gift.
Yeah.
Birthday gifts, maybe a Christmas gift down the road.
Because who doesn't use like tea towels for
Exactly.
like wash your hands or
especially now,
proofing
right?
bread. Everyone's making bread.
Everyone's
they are
making
great
bread.
Proofing bread towels.
Agreed. They are large, high quality towels. They are beautiful. She did a great job putting them together. There are 3 different styles. You can order each one individually, or you can get a set for all 3, which essentially gives you the 3rd one free.
Yeah.
It's that much of a deal. And we are so happy that they did this video. We hope you check that out online. And now you've heard a lot about how great Pilgrim is and everything that has been done and how flexible the community is and how kind everyone is. But we know that we are not perfect. And during this pandemic, we have had times that could be trying. Would you consider that a trying time?
Trying.
We have maybe not always have a smile on
trying.
our face. We have sometimes, communicating via Zoom all the time could be interesting. And
lots of things thrown at us.
You see a constant theme, right, in the community of we are here for each other. We are here for you. And so what we did, my lovely co-host and I, put together a little video, all right, that doesn't tell a
recognize
story.
Everyone's challenges with e-learning and distance learning and recognizing what the teachers go through. And we see you.
We see you.
We see you.
All we want to say is this is not an exact reenactment of what happens in our home.
Or maybe it is.
But maybe
it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
And we just want you guys to feel better about yourselves by
Heard.
seeing how we have dealt with e-learning.
We hear you.
So we have a short little video. I hope you participate or hope you stay on here because we had fun doing it. Here we go.
I can't wait to see
Good morning, friends. E-learning is going to be great. I made up a schedule of our day, and our theme this week is going to be poetry. After our class meeting, we'll have some time for Go Noodle, and then later in the afternoon, we'll do a Zoom with Mr. Cantor, and then later in the day, we'll have some time for art.
Hi, friends. So great still teaching you. I know you miss your teachers, but we got a lot planned for today. Hola is hello for Spanish. Okay? I've told you that like 3 times. But later today, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do a little book report, nice little art project, and maybe we'll have some outdoor play. Could be fun. I don't know what time you have a Zoom call. I told you that earlier. Wait, you both do? Oh my gosh, does anyone know the Zoom password? School? You think we're gonna do any school today? I don't know, like what day? Hey, who threw that? That's like the 11th snack you've had today. Would Miss Stone let you eat 11 snacks in school? I don't think so. It's only 10 o'clock. Good Lord.
night. So this is live. We shot that last night at the literally 11th hour, and we were a little slap happy. And that is the first time that we've seen the actual video put together.
If you can relate, comment to our Zoom master at all. Or if you are feeling better about yourself because things are going better for you at home than they are with us, then also comment because we're all in this together.
No judgments. We've all been one extreme to the other. Sometimes myself personally, I've been in those extremes within 5 minutes of each other. We recognize that e-learning is not where we want to be and not where the teachers want to be.
And somehow hard to track what time it is during the day or what day it is. So
I constantly look at the clock and like, it's 11. I thought it was like 4.
And maybe I know Tuesdays Miss Mesro is on the Zoom, but then all of a sudden it's Thursday and I say, when was that?
or when you have people, teachers, tutors texting you, it's like, are you coming to the meeting? And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to set my alarm because we all have like 50 billion alarms set for the day. So we don't forget to hit our kids like different classes and meetings and activities that are
So
coming.
we are there for you.
So
we hear you.
We hope that you got a little laugh out of that.
And we appreciate that. Maybe we'll give a part 2 video when it's like day 75 of the e-learning, and we'll see how nice we allegedly are. Oh, okay. Well, maybe at the end. But here's real quick, you guys. You've been so patient with us. We forgot to announce that the online auction for the regular items is gone. It is up. It is closed. So we thank you all for your bids.
Thank you.
Your trash talk, everything that helped raise money for Pilgrim. We appreciate it. What is still live, however, are all of the things from the staff. So remember when I said to toggle down from our staff?
Yep.
All of that is still there. So you can bid on a mariachi band coming to the front of your house. You can bid on, do you want to bring over Mr. Camilla's perfect cocktail hour to go? Oh, geez. Yes. Do you need help lifting that? Oh my gosh, wait, we'll take it together. So Mr. Camilla kindly donated this beautiful prize pack of a cocktail hour
and
to
it's
go.
very heavy.
Includes gift cards, some recipes from him. He will provide some fill-ins here, but it is jam-packed. Actually, forget about this. We're gonna go bid on this right now.
Yeah,
so forget.
No,
never mind. I said. Never mind. I
mine.
said anything.
Yeah, nope. It's all ours.
And if there are more care packages left, go bid on them. So you have.
We only
until
have about
11
another hour and 45 minutes to finish
11 o'clock
bidding
to bid on those.
everything.
And speaking of our staff, I know you are anxiously awaiting for the winner of the Teacher's Day off.
Yes.
And I would like to thank everyone who voted. This is always an exciting competition. And I will say, in 3rd place, and we're going to give her something, you know, maybe we could give her maybe some Legos. Just kidding. We'll find something. 3rd place, thank you for your votes, Mrs. Andreen. Thank you so much. And a follow-up to thanking you for not only being a great teacher, but producing 2 amazing Pilgrim alums and being an awesome Pilgrim teacher. In 2nd place, ooh, this came from nowhere, you guys. Out of left field. So I appreciate all the votes that came in for her at the last second. 2nd place, none other than Miss Stone.
Woo! Good job.
So we'll have a little something for her
Yes.
too. And also bid on her favorite things care package. It's quite amazing.
Amazing.
We love it. And the winner.
Right.
Of the, is this 2020? The 2020, the centennial winner of Teacher's Day Off.
All right.
One of the
Pandemic
most
version.
famous names in Pilgrim history.
All right.
Mrs. Angela Cardo.
Woo! All right. Congrats, Mrs. Cardo.
Congrats to Mrs. Cardo. This is
Teacher
awesome.
Day off. All right.
We're gonna draw the raffle basket winners in just 1 minute.
Yes.
I want to plug one thing real quick. You are wondering before we get to these raffle basket winners, how am I getting this? And here's your answer. This Friday, which is May 15th. I know it's a Friday. May 15th. or May
6 days from now.
6 days from now, we will be having a curbside, no contact pickup at Pilgrim from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yep.
You will get emails about this. We will
Yes.
have the wonderful Hallie Williams send out blasts about this.
You will text Tara, myself, or Sarah.
We will
will
all be here.
come
You
out.
will tell us your car.
Yep.
We will bring out your winnings and shove it in your car. And you don't have to touch us. You don't have to look at us. Actually, you're probably tired of it by now. But that is happening on Friday. So that's the
This coming
raffle
Friday.
baskets.
Yes.
That's quarantine packages. That is winnings like the whiskey, the Legos, all this stuff. Just wanted to bring that up real quick. So we have our first raffle basket that we are going to do a drawing from.
All right.
What is this one?
So this is our art.
Oh, the arts and crafts.
The arts and crafts
Guys,
basket,
I don't know if
which
you can see
has its
this.
own cart.
It has its own cart on wheels.
Amazing.
It's very organized, very beautiful.
All right. Just so everyone sees. All right.
Yeah, she's shaking it. There's all the slips in
All right.
there.
All right. So I am calling. Oh,
I think she's cheating already.
no, I'm not cheating. I promise. All right. Lauren Cardo.
Woo! Yes, another Cardo. Congratulations, Lauren. We will get you your art cart, or you can come pick it up at school next Friday. Okay, this is the baking basket with the lifetime supply of baking soda was in that basket, amongst other awesome things. So I'm gonna shake it up.
Of yeast.
A bunch of
Pound of
tools.
yeast.
I actually wish I would have
Can't
bought a
find
ticket for
yeast.
this. Okay, ready?
All right,
I
yes.
grabbed two. Oh
Right,
my gosh,
right,
I'm
it's right,
nervous.
it's right.
I'm nervous. Shelly Militante.
Woo!
Come on down.
Jason, Jason's
winner.
gonna be baking some.
I will take a
bread.
delivery of some cookies anytime.
Oh,
So-
Jason has been baking bread.
Oh,
yeah.
Jason. All right, you're on.
All right. All right. So what do we have next? We have the coffee and tea.
Oh my gosh, this is a good one. You
All right,
guys.
coffee and tea.
I'm so excited.
All right, let's see. Woo! All right, all right, all right, all right. So we have Linda Rosen.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Cardos are dominating it, or Cardo adjacent, because
Linda
is Mrs.
Rosen.
Cardo's mom.
Ah, coffee and tea.
So congratulations, Linda. Oh my gosh. All right, next up, we have the Disney basket.
Oh.
Guaranteed
Carmen.
to get.
Carmen.
Uh-oh.
Carmen.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of tickets in this one. I'm gonna reach for the bottom, I think. Oh my gosh, it's stuck
legit.
together.
It's legit.
It's stuck together. Valerie Carlson.
Woo!
You have won the Disney basket. Congratulations, Val. We miss you.
All right. Oh, this is a popular one. The fee-free year.
Oh, and this one almost sold out, everybody.
Yes. All right. Let me mix it on
I
it.
mean, this is a money saver next
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Very exciting.
All right. I got it. Oh. Okay. We have Hallie Williams.
Yay! Congratulations, Mrs. Williams. Yay! Wow, this is exciting. Okay, next up, the game night. Remember, 15 different games in here amongst all the snacks and everything.
Goodies.
Oh my goodness, I can't. Uh-oh, we have our first multiple winner.
Uh-oh.
Valerie Carlson, you won the game night.
Nice.
Congratulations,
Woo!
Val.
All right. So we are doing, the Harry Potter.
Uh-oh.
I hear a fabulous Pilgrim parent made some items for the Harry Potter basket.
Our very own Tara Carmen, because I cannot make anything. She made reusable snack bags, perfect for outings at the park or next year at lunch for the
Or
Harry Potter bag, which,
for
by
your
the way,
home.
sold out of tickets.
Right. Is it a good shake? All right.
Oh, this is exciting.
We have Allison Hayes.
Yay, Allison!
Allison Hayes for Harry Potter.
Congrats, Allison. Congrats. All right. Is this the last one, the Lego, or no? We have more.
Yeah,
All right,
we
we've
have
got more. So this is for the Lego package. And, whoever outbid me on the other Lego package, I hope you don't win this too. That's all I have to say. So let's see, go to the bottom again. Casey and Jenny Jones, congratulations. 1,000 more Lego pieces for you to step on. Well done, you guys. They did outbid me too. That's so nice of them.
So,
So happy for them.
the Ravinia basket.
Ooh, good one,
I
you
am
guys. Ravinia.
hoping that I win. I put so many tickets in this one.
Is it? Should I draw it? Just
No.
Okay.
No.
Maybe I'll
We're
draw
good.
this. I'm a little nervous now.
Good. All right.
Cue up
They
that
came
e-learning
out. They-
video.
They,
If anyone
they
needs
came
anything.
out. All right. I'm redoing it. All right. It's good. Zach Willis.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice.
Good. All right. The sports basket, large duffel bag, a lot of sports games held this summer. I will go to the bottom of this. All right, Katie Willett, congratulations.
Woo!
The Willett girls are gonna have some fun this
Which
summer.
one is that?
This is the sports basket.
Sports, nice.
You done?
All right, here. All right,
Last basket.
All right, it's also a good one. Basket. Okay. Casey Jones.
Casey, another multiple winner. Congratulations,
All right.
guys. The Jones family won the spa basket.
All right.
Good thing they live close because I guess I'm delivering that tomorrow. Thank you guys, everyone, for buying raffle tickets. We have one more special guest that decided to join us. And they have also worn many hats at Pilgrim. And I was so happy they could share some stories and join us on this special night celebrating the centennial. So I'm going to kick it to Brent and Teresa Sparlin.
Yay, Sparlin.
Hi, everybody. We're the Sparlins.
I'm Brent.
I'm Teresa. And we've been at Pilgrim for a very long time.
1990.
We brought Jake to preschool in 1990. Mrs. Knuth was his teacher. And then our daughter Corey and Jake went all the way through Pilgrim through 8th grade. Oh, and I was also their teacher. I taught at Pilgrim for 14 years.
And our first auction was spring of 1991. It was held in the employee cafeteria at Ravenswood Hospital, which you might know better as the French School on Wilson Avenue. And I was in the back speaking with the late Erwin Gronow by the bar, and he nudged me and he said, "Your wife really wants that t-shirt." And there was a bidding war going on between my wife and Debbie Johnson. And lo and behold, this is what we got, our first auction purchase. If you can't see it, it's a signed Michael Jordan t-shirt. It went for the mere bid of $400.
But I won.
But she won, and she looks at it every night when we're watching The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. Thank you very much. We've enjoyed our time at Pilgrim and hope everyone has a great night.
Okay, support Pilgrim, everybody. Yay!
Yay, Wildcats!
Thanks so much to Teresa and Brent for doing that. I did not know they were going to pull up their first auction purchase.
That's amazing.
Unfortunately, one of our first purchases was a rental space at the Donk House that my significant other bid on without my knowledge. And we later sold to the Telfords. So just to get out of it, because we did not need a rental space at the Donk House. If anyone remembers differently, we did not need it, just to reinforce that. But anyway, thanks for Brent and Teresa. Thank you to all of our guest stars tonight. And thank you so much to Pilgrim. I know you.
Thank you to the teachers, our parents, to our local businesses, to all of our donors. We recognize that these are trying times, and we appreciate everyone who has given anything they can give to support Pilgrim. We are thankful for our hosts, to Tara, Sarah,
Pastor Christian.
Pastor
Mr.
Christian, yes, yes.
The best part about this, I think, when we decided to do this, again, you know, we really wanted to bring everyone together because we're all missing each other and missing connecting. And if we could raise some money for Pilgrim along the way, because we did have that goal at the beginning of the year, then great. If we didn't, we didn't. But most of all, we just wanted to bring everyone together. So I hope
I feel like we did that.
We're of course very happy with ourselves that none of us, said a curse word tonight. We didn't kick anything over, and we haven't broken anything that you guys bid on. So I consider that a win. We just want to let you guys know that we are so thankful.
Yes.
And tomorrow is Mother's Day, and
Yes.
you're supposed to honor the moms in the world or the women in the world every day, but this could be considered a special weekend.
Shout out to all the moms out there.
And I just want to share one quick thing, because we've heard about how great the staff is in the community and how much people care. And today, I got an email from Miss Sada, who is one of our preschool teachers, wishing all of the moms in the PM preschool class a happy Mother's Day with a beautiful quote. I don't remember the exact words, but I do know it said how awesome we are. It was a theme, but I just thought for her to take that time to reach out to us and let us know she's thinking of us. We miss her. Our kids miss her. That's kind of the extra mile that we know Pilgrim to do, and to show that care and that give. So we thank you guys all. Just a reminder, till 11 p.m.
Yes.
You can bid up Sam Dorfler on Senior Andres' package.
Okay, and I just want to add really fast that I know that on some of these items it's saying closed. We're having some technical difficulty with it that we will repair as soon as this is over, and the auction will go on. Those biddings will go on through 11 p.m.
Yes.
11 p.m. And buy up those care packages, sign up for those outings, those theme parties.
Yes.
And then we can report back to you how much your generosity has raised. And remember, there will be a Pilgrim Pride Day coming up. So invest in that Centennial swag.
The swag.
Let's get that
Will come
matching
in
offer
handy.
there. Right now we're in the thousands of dollars getting toward that match.
Yep.
We just can't thank you enough, Pilgrim.
Thank
Do
you,
have anything
everyone.
else you want to add? Any other stories?
I just want to add, I want to thank Andy for his help.
Andy Witt,
Andy
Sarah's,
Witt, yes. And helping do the videos. I think that this community is awesome. I mean, we are close to meeting our goal, which is amazing. I mean,
Shocking.
this is the first year we've done this. This is the first year
The
we've
last
had
year.
to, right.
The last year.
We've had to think outside the box, and everyone's come through, and everyone from like last minute video requests or tech help or like putting the videos together. I mean, everyone has come through, and everyone has hustled to make this happen. People are still working. People are trying to teach. People are putting lesson plans together. It is amazing what this community can do. So
Yes.
thank you.
Yes, that is excellent. Well said. Nothing is better, I think, sometimes in this community for helping you find your spot in this world, in this city, in this neighborhood. And I appreciate all of you, and especially these two ladies right here, because they are definitely looking forward to not getting text messages from me tomorrow morning about how we should put an item into the auction. And this right here is my last note card. So that means we're done, friends. Good night, Pilgrim. Good night.
Good night.
All right.
Woo!
Yay.
Oh, we didn't win. Does it close? It closed at 9, but it was supposed to close at 11.
So you can buy the t-shirts, the bag, the tea towels. Mommy, do you want a tea towel?
Look. Hi, everybody.
Now,
Well,
look
at
there's Denise.
Everybody.
It just means we have to wait till longer to win it, right?
Buy now is a tea towel.
Just do you, Valerie.
Buy like a minute. These all these are the raffle baskets.
So Mina said, yeah,
How many ones you get?
we're gonna have.
Go ahead. We're on again. We're on again. I muted everyone. You want to say something? You want to say something?
Tell them that we're changing.
We're changing some of the times on what we can bid on. So give us like a minute or two, and then you guys should see those updated times.
Normally they have a big event.
Come on, go brush teeth.
I have to do trials and they take all my
Teeth.
Girl in bed with Dean all clean. Shower.
Yeah, that's nice.
We didn't know about it that morning.